Hey Sirra, another beautiful day, right?
Yes, Mohammed. It is, of course, another beautiful day. It's that day of the month, that Saturday of the month, when we come right here in this beautiful environment. I don't know if I should mention the name or not. Should I mention the name? Okay, that's Tamala Beach Hotel. Of course, you can see it's a very, very beautiful environment, high class environment. And notwithstanding as well, I would love to thank the front office manager. He has been wonderful. He is always there whenever we need assistance. We cannot thank him enough. So it is wonderful, it is beautiful, and you'll miss it out if you're not here. I don't know if I'm being their marketing manager or not. Not really. I'm just saying what we experienced, and of course the gesture that we received. Always, of course, because of that, we're always here every first Saturday of the month because of the hospitality that we receive when we're here. So this is a beautiful environment. I would love to say add something to that as well. In the morning, I remember vividly when I was telling Mohammed that the weather was super hot. The sun was, of course, super hot as well. And then I also mentioned that the Gambian weather can be very unpredictable, right? Personally, I'm not a friend to the hot environment. And interestingly, whenever I say this, I have my colleagues tell me, "Baby, you are born here. You're born in Gambia."
Right.
And literally, you know that what that means.
What that
When you're
means,
born here,
right?
it means you're accustomed to the weather. But
Right.
here, there are changes can occur.
Right.
Right? It's true that I'm born here, but you know, I might not be familiar. In other words, with the environment. But here, you can see how beautiful the weather is. You can see the fresh air coming in. Over there you have the breeze, of course, and that's enough of the marketing.
Thank you very much, Sirra. I
You're
mean,
welcome.
today we had a beautiful show. This was the first of its kind that we introduced. It's called In Focus. We're trying to look at the inspirations that we get from individuals. So that one-on-one, you happen to be behind the scene. How was it for you?
Yes, first of all, I would love to thank Generation Next for coming with yet another interesting episode of course, what we try to do, which is always, as you state, is to inspire, to motivate, most especially the young people. We are here for the young people. But also, it's important as well to have the young people themselves to come on board and narrate their stories, because sometimes you might be faced with a challenge, more or less. You might be in a situations where you might not have a way out, right? But then it's important that when you have someone who has faced the same or the similar situation, a similar situation, come and narrate how they were able to escape. One thing too, I always say, it's like challenges shouldn't deter us in life. Challenges should be a stepping stone. It's like a ladder. You need challenges to be stronger, to get to the destination or to get to where you ought to be. So today's one-on-one was very important. As you stated, I was behind the scene and I was listening very well. I listened to what Mr. Barr said, of course, the life journey. He happens to be an immigrant. Of course, we've seen our brothers, our sisters using the back way to get to Europe. We know how difficult it is. Some people were not able to make it, some people die along the way. So they're the ones that have the first-hand information because they've witnessed everything. So having them on board to come over and then give their narratives, I think it was very touching. In particular, I was listening. I'm the emotional type, so sometimes I laugh while looking at if there are funny parts to it. Sometimes I feel really emotional knowing what they've gone through. And another thing that he's shared, or if you look at his story, you would see that you don't have to. You've asked a question where you said then it means you have to take bold of the opportunities. You
Right.
shouldn't leave the opportunities to go by.
Right.
So you don't. Some people would be here and said, "I would make it when I get to Europe." But then, what are you doing now? What skills are you building? Because it's also very important. Yes, you might say that I cannot do it here. The environment is not conducive enough. But what skills have you acquired? Just so if you happen to find yourself in the environment you think is best for you,
Right.
you're able to use that skill to kind of escape in more or less. So that's what he's done. We hear his wonderful story, and of
Beautiful.
course being at the university and was able to grab scholarship. And then he said something that it's impossible to be from Italy and then go to the States. So he was able to make that. So
Right.
this is like sort of to inspire inspire us as young persons, of course, to always take up the lead regardless of where you find yourself.
Right.
Do not be lazy. We can do it. We always say that we're the future leaders.
Absolutely.
So what leaders do you want to be, or what kind of leader would you want to be? So it's best to always start it now, and then when you find yourself anywhere, you're able to escape, because then you have a skill. There's something that you know how to do. So it's important, it's imperative that this section was introduced on Generation Next, and I'm sure subsequently we'll be having more inspiring stories along the way.
Absolutely. So we will absolutely reach out to many as possible to keep sharing their stories, to help inspire other people. Perhaps your own story will come
Yeah.
sometime soon.
Yes.
Where we are going to have one-on-one with yourself, right?
Right,
And then
right.
you will tell us the stories, and then we see how it's gonna inspire myself and a lot of other people,
Obviously,
because you have an
Mohammed.
amazing story.
Yes, we all have a story to tell.
Uh-huh.
Everybody you see has a story to tell. We all
Right.
started somewhere.
Absolutely.
It has not been an easy journey, but that
Absolutely.
that doesn't limit our capacity.
Mhm.
Sometimes there are certain things that might happen. It is said that when one door closes with the right attitude,
Mhm.
I always put this across.
Mhm.
When a door closes with the right attitude, you'll be lucky. Or of course, there will be another door open for you.
Absolutely.
So always
Absolutely.
be optimistic. Try not to be pessimistic. Have faith in whatever happens. Know that always there is someone in control. You have to know that.
Absolutely.
That there is someone in control. You're not entirely on your own.
Absolutely.
So always keep the right attitude. And of course, why not? We all have a story to tell. So I'll be happy. I'll be happy to share my story, because yes, it's also a journey for me. Although I always say that you've mentioned something like the sky. Others would say the sky is not the limit. The sky cannot be the limit.
It's the beginning.
The sky is the beginning.
Uh-huh.
So long you're alive, the education continues. You still continue to be curious. You want to know. So long you're alive. So yes, I'll be happy to be on the one-on-one. You know what I mean? To
I
share
do.
my story.
I do. So we
Of course.
we can't wait for that. Where Sirra is gonna share her
story.
one-on-one. Would I be the host? I don't know.
Well, let's see how it goes. I'm sure, because I remember Ba telling me that okay, you'll be doing the after show event,
Uh-huh.
and you better be prepared, because Mohammed is gonna bombard you with questions, and then I smile because I know what I know. I've been with Mohammed, and I know,
Right.
yeah, that's so very true. But I'm
Right.
always prepared.
Okay.
I'm always. That's why we're here.
Okay.
To share our stories.
Absolutely.
Why do we do that? So we're able to inspire the young ones.
That's right.
Of course, I always say that collectively we can do it.
Uh-huh.
It's a matter of coming together,
That's right.
believing that we can do it, and yes, we can do it. And us as young persons, that's the motive, that's the drive behind whatever we do in life. So yes, I can't wait for that.
Thank
You know
you
what I
very
mean?
much, Sirra. So we're looking forward to that day where you will also come up and share your stories. So in the meantime, just like Sirra used to say, keep giving us your feedbacks if you have any, right, Sirra?
Yes, constructive criticism, I always say. So we don't care if it's you think that it's gonna hurt us or something like that. No. Let the comments keep coming in, because you need negativity to look at the sense out of it and then be positive, like to work on some of the things, because I'm sure we're not perfect, we're human,
Right.
and as human we're not perfect, we're bound to make mistakes.
Right.
So if there are any things that you see that you think we need to work on, and it's only through comments that you're able to send the message, be it negative, we don't care, let it come.
Yeah.
We would pick up the positive out of it and see how best we can restructure ourselves. So let the comments come in, and we're happy to receive any kind of comments. Please let them come in.
Thank you very much. So on that note, we'll be waiting for your feedbacks, your comments, and then we see how we can improve ourselves as well as make it better and best.
Obviously, that's it.